Hey guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to react to a few recent Dougherty Dozen TikToks. If you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so we're all familiar with the Dougherty Dozen. They have a huge presence, super problematic, super toxic. And this first video that I want to show to you guys is exactly what I've talked about. When I talk about Alicia's followers and people on TikTok saying mean things about the kids, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And she does nothing to help the situation. She doesn't delete the comments. She doesn't remedy the situation. She doesn't try to do better. And that's a big, big problem. Now, I'm not going to show you guys all of the comments because some of them are very hurtful. But I don't like when I call these out, people will be like, oh, well, I never see any comments on the TikTok that are bad. But I see it all the time. And I don't just come to my channel and come up with some kind of like rumor and make it a big ordeal if it's literally one tiny little thing that I came across in a comment section. That's just not what I do. If I say that something is going on in comment section, it's because it's a pattern and I see it all the time. So in this video, the gist is that she's announcing that one of the kids is going to a weight throwing sectionals, I guess, like it's like a competition. And again, we're announcing something before it happens so that you can allow your super fans and stands to coordinate properly and possibly show up at this event. The reason that this video upset me is because, number one, the child is again wearing the school mascot, which of course I will blur out, but again, telling everybody where the kids go to school, it's a nonstop thing. And yes, do a lot of people already know? Sure, but that doesn't mean that you can't do better. That's the whole thing with all of these family vloggers. Okay, it might be out there, but that doesn't mean that you just shouldn't care and continue to overshare the information. But she's back again doing these lazy TikToks. Like, who is entertained by this? Again, that's a question I have all the time. I don't think I'll ever get an answer to it. But this is so boring. It's not thought out. It's not, a quote dance. Like they're just kicking their feet around, spinning in a circle. Like it's so mindless. But in the comments, a lot of people are focused on how this child's back looks and making fun of him for it. And I will just go ahead and share with you guys. When I was in high school, I had back knee too. I had some back knee. Luckily it got under control very quickly because I worked with a dermatologist and kind of did some of my own homework too and figured out what worked for me. But it's something very normal for teenagers to go through, especially if you're working out and you're involved in sports. Excessive sweat and back knee kind of go hand in hand. So it's not something that's abnormal or should be embarrassing. But Alicia's fans and people over on TikTok use it as an avenue to make fun of this child. And what does she do? She interacts with the other comments and leaves the nasty comments up. Like if people are being mean about something that is totally normal and a lot of people struggle with, instead of responding to people that are stroking your ego, why don't you take 5 minutes and clean up the comment section of people that are bullying your son? You say that you care so much about these kids and their well-being and they're, the center of your world and stuff. But your actions show otherwise. So I think it's gross that she would leave those comments up. I also think it's gross that people would make them, especially over something that is so normal. Acne, back knee, whatever, like that's normal stuff, especially in your teenage years. It shouldn't be used as a means to bully this kid. And if you're over there making fun of a child, seek help. Now, the other thing that she did was She was kind of complaining about her kids being around and stuff for winter break. I mean, obviously this is a joke, but I also think that Alicia, in being completely honest, I think she likes when all of her kids are out of the house because it allows her to interact with weirdos on social media, respond to her comments, make sure the parasocial relationships are still going. And I think that that's what she likes to do during the day. There was this other one that she did that was like, what's rule number one? Skip class. Like, you know, again, these are so mindless. The one TikTok that I really wanted to focus on, well, there's actually two. So there's one where the one kid goes around the house and says what the siblings like remind him of. And most of them are pretty harmless, but there are two that are a big, big problem. The one is when he says that the youngest child reminds him of Ren Eleanor. And I've covered Ren Eleanor several times on my channel. Huge, huge exploitation platform that Alicia has been aligned with. She has done giveaways with the Ren Eleanor page and the mother, Jacqueline. To say that this little girl in the Dougherty household reminds him of Ren Eleanor, and for Alicia to edit and post this video tells me that she is triple co-signing what's going on with Ren Eleanor. And don't sit there and tell me that you care about the welfare of children and you're supporting a page like Ren Eleanor. No, not going to happen. Now, the other one is he goes to one of the Dougherty bio kids and says that this girl reminds him of Rue Bennett. And Rue is a character on Euphoria, which is not a television show for children. So I don't even know why this little boy knows who Rue is. Why is that even in his vocabulary? It shouldn't be, in my opinion. This is a very young child who, even if he spends some time on social media, he shouldn't be coming across enough content to really know who Rue is. And if y'all know anything about Euphoria, you will know why. A child should not know the characters of Euphoria, period. And again, this goes back to Alicia being well aware of what's going on, and then she edits and posts the damn video. Like, what are you doing? Are you so thirsty and so bored for content that you're just going to put out anything and like what people think now? Is that the road that we're kind of going down? Because if you really don't care, people are going to continue to have stuff to talk about. The last thing that I want to focus on out of her recent TikToks is the fact that she posted this one video that says, when you're just trying to vlog, but Dad Dougherty is doing the current TikTok trend instead. And it's showing her oldest child saying that he's trying to vlog. This is, again, a child who is graduating high school in a couple of months, and to our knowledge as viewers, has no plans to attend college, get a full-time job, get out of the Dougherty household. I've said for a while that I think Alicia is trying to season and train him to become a full-time TikToker because she has normalized it so much. I think that it is a terrible idea to normalize social media as kind of the first job that people should chase after when they're out of high school. It is not reliable. It is extremely competitive. And if you make one wrong move, your entire, quote, empire could come falling down around you. And even with the Dougherty dozen, we can see that in their own content that, at one point, Alicia was in favor with a lot of people. And as time has gone on, people have started to see the issues and the exploitation and the oversharing. And her platform has kind of plateaued. And I think that it will continue to kind of lose its trajectory over the next year. But it's her own actions, and people see through BS. Most people can see someone who is genuine and someone who is fake and just here for the money, the clicks, and the views eventually. It doesn't always happen super quickly, but with time, you can usually weed out the people that are just not worth your clicks and views and better left unwatched. And in my opinion, I think that a lot of people are there with Alicia. Now, obviously, as a commentary channel, I still talk about her periodically because my audience is interested in kind of the shenanigans that she has going on. But as far as just a normal viewer who is not a content creator being super invested, I think if you're over a certain age, her content is just not entertainment for a lot of those people. The last thing that I want to touch on is her working with this charity that she had announced at the 1 million subscriber celebration video, where they were going to match whatever came in through donations. I want to tell you guys that it has been a month and a half and she has not mentioned this charity. She's not advertising anything, and she has not done a month-end closeout to say, oh yeah, this is what we made, this is what we're matching, this is what's being donated, here's the new charity that we're working with for February. The woman is a fraud. The woman is here to make herself look good when she gets, you know, scrutinized and called out by people on the internet. So she will come out with things like this to say, oh, we're doing this, we're gonna, you know, donate, we're doing XYZ, but there's no follow-up done. So my question to close this video out for Alicia or any of her fans who would like to deliver the message for me, even though I don't expect anyone to do that because I know y'all hate me. But how many, what's the total donations that you received for the MK Gandhi Institution for Nonviolence? How many donations did you get for the month of January, and which organization, nonprofit, are you working with for February? Where are the donations? If you say that you're going to work with a new nonprofit every single month and you just go radio silent, you don't promote it, you don't mention it, you don't do a month-end closeout, in my opinion, I'm going to call you a fake-ass fraud because that's what I see. I just can't understand a lot of things. But one of the things that is at the top of my list is somebody lying about donating, whether it's donating to a homeless shelter, donating to a nonprofit, doing some kind of community outreach, and that's a lie. If you're able to look deadpan face and lie about things like that, I think you are missing part of your soul, and I think that you are partially evil, and that might be very harsh to some people, but I personally can't reconcile it. I don't understand how people can just with a straight face lie. People who are able to straight face lie to subscribers or people in their real life are people that I think I know I stay far, far away from, and I think that Alicia is one of those people. So how about those nonprofit charities and all of this talk that you were doing at the end of the year, Alicia? Put your money where your mouth is. And that's what I will say to close this video out. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.